With the holidays approaching, I wanted to share a story with you and give you my 3 top strategies when filing for divorce, especially in the holidays. I was waiting for my client in the hallway at the Los Angeles Family Court. It has these long marble benches, and I was sitting there with my files in my lap, my briefcase next to me, just like any other time. But as I sat there, I truly felt a sense of sadness that I hadn't experienced before. As I glanced around, it was visible on so many other faces, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Then my client Michelle came around the corner with tears in her eyes. She looked at me and said, "Dina, it's Valentine's Day." Oh, my heart just sunk into my stomach. I had forgotten, and I couldn't believe our firm did too. Michelle was a mom with 2 great boys and was distraught about the divorce process. Married for over 20 years, she didn't know where to go. How could we have missed this for her? It just crushed her. It was in that moment I knew I wasn't helping. I wasn't helping Michelle take control of her divorce, making it easier for her. I couldn't control when the hearings were scheduled, the other attorney, the judge, the outcome, let alone the costs. To me, it was just a failure. At that moment, I switched gears from a litigating attorney to a full-time divorce mediator. Divorce is hard enough, and getting the divorce shouldn't be. I believe every person has the right to be in control of their divorce. And for the last 15 years, I've helped thousands of people get a successful divorce without ever going to court and saving thousands of dollars. Now, if you are thinking about filing for divorce, waiting till the holiday season is done, or not sure where to start, this video is for you. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share with you the 3 most important things you can do right now, even during the holidays, so that you can stay in control of your divorce and not make the mistake that Michelle made. Strategy number 1, control your fears. That's right. I haven't met a client that wasn't scared about something in their divorce. Divorce is scary, but that fear leads you to make terrible decisions. Figure out what your biggest fear is and learn the truth about it. Instead of fighting with your spouse about who gets what or who's going to pay for what, first find out the truth. Find out what the law says. Then you can be better educated and informed to have that conversation with your spouse. Otherwise, the fighting is just going to land you in court and not do you any service. That leads me to strategy number 2. Take control of the conversation. Please do not surprise your spouse with a divorce filing. Before you file, let your spouse know that you plan on filing and serving those papers. You need your spouse to successfully finish your divorce. And if you don't, you'll miss your first opportunity and what could be your only opportunity to take control of the divorce outcome. So you need to get that message across correctly. You want the divorce and you want to work with your spouse to make it easy, fair, and done correctly. Listen, I've litigated a number of cases where that divorce conversation was not handled correctly, and it fueled years of expensive litigation. Don't make that mistake. And finally, strategy 3, control how you divorce. Most people miss this key strategy since it comes so early in the divorce, but you need to pick the process that is going to give you the best results for the best price for the least amount of time and trouble. I'm sure that most of you want to stay out of court, but what about getting a lawyer, right? I'm sure your emotions are high and you're overwhelmed and scared about the future. You think, the lawyer's going to know what's fair, strategize, and get me out of this mess. Unfortunately, that's so far from the truth. Even the most well-intentioned attorneys are not in control. They're limited by the court rules, the judge, and your spouse's attorney. And even if you don't go to court and you have an easy case, you could still get a bill for $30,000 from your attorney. Did you know most cases take 2 years? Imagine that. 2 years of your life and you're no further along than you are now. And you've lost all that money. Instead, you have two great options. One is mediation. If you and your spouse have the resources, select a well-regarded attorney mediator. Look for a mediator that can explain the law as it may apply to your case, suggest options, run support, and do all the steps for you, including preparing and filing your final agreement. If that's not an option for you because it's out of your budget or your spouse doesn't want to mediate, a guided DIY divorce will give you the ultimate control for a fraction of the cost. With the right resources, you can still understand the divorce process, get the papers done correctly, and spend the least amount of time and money. Remember, you don't need fancy to do a great job. In fact, the more money you spend to get your divorce usually means you took longer, not that you got a better result. For over a decade, I will tell you, my office is closed on Valentine's Day. I decided I never want another person I help to experience the turmoil that Michelle experienced that day. So with the holidays coming and the new year, how you move forward is so important. Please stay in control of your divorce conversation. If you need any help, please book a free call with me and we can build out a plan so that you can stay in control of yours.